It's official.
Player 45
The biggest music festival in East and Central Africa.
Vile unavyojua watoto wengi sana hawana namna. Mimi ningependelea watoto wasome.
I'm here to stress on education. At the same time, let us actually do any kind of sport that we are doing. Sport speaks the best language to everybody.
Tunataka tutafute talents. Zile raw talents kutoka kule nyumbani mashinani mahali tuko leo.
Hizi mbio za Chepsaita, like all other sports, zinaleta watu pamoja.
We want to use this event to uplift the lives of the community.
Anafurahia hii mchezo sana. Hata sikaange naambianga watu tuende Chepsaita.
Wanafunzi wakimbie ili wakuze talanta ya mbio ama kuhimiza tena elimu.
This is the place to be. Hapa ndipo mahali wanastahili kuwa tarehe 7. Wale watoto walikimbia last year, wamekimbia mpaka wamefuka mipaka zetu za Kenya.
Hey there friends, welcome to Kids on the Block, where fun and imagination come alive. We dive into magical world filled with exciting adventures and awesome friends.
What position were you in?
I was number 2.
What position were you?
Number 1.
He decided to cross the bridge by his house and look for food on the other side.
We're going to do half cup of chocolate chips, and the other one, we're going to do half cup of the blueberries.
So, grab your imagination hats and get ready to explore with us. Join us every Saturday at 9 a.m. for new friends, amazing stories, and tons of laughter.
Jum'a Kareem and welcome to News Now, where we tell you all those stories that are making headlines right now, and it starts now with the highlights. The highlights. President Ruto assents to the county allocation of Revenue Bill 2024, dividing equitable share of 387.4 billion to counties. And the Ministry of Health has raised an alarm over high cases of mental illness across the country.
There are many causes really of mental health, and the Ministry of Health has taken this to a higher level to ensure that we address these issues.
Also, a section of leaders from Nyandarua County have called for unity among leaders so as to effectively deliver services to the people. Welcome once again. My name is Hibaq. To start us off, President William Ruto has today signed into law the county allocation of Revenue Bill 2024, paving the way for the equitable share of revenue amounting to 387.4 billion shillings. The move is a relief for the 47 county governors after a stalemate between the National Assembly and the Senate on the equitable share. The amount exceeds the 15% minimum threshold required by the Constitution. President Ruto said the move will ensure the devolved units deliver their mandate to the people effectively.
Due to the revenue shortfall occasioned by the non-passage of the Finance Bill 2024, Your Excellency, this bill is a culmination of the legislative interventions that followed the non-passage of the Finance Bill 2024. This bill was sponsored by Senator from Mandera, Captain Ali Roba, who is also the chairman of the Senate Committee on passed by both houses and referred for Your Excellency's Parliament for reconsideration. Due to the revenue shortfall occasioned by the non-passage of the Finance Bill 2024.
All right. Now, the Ministry of Health has raised an alarm over high cases of mental illness across the country, saying the government has initiated programs to combat illness among Kenyans. Speaking during a mental health awareness campaign at Kerugoya Catholic Church, and the Public Health Principal Secretary Mary Muthoni says mental illness has led to many cases of suicide, femicide, and domestic violence, saying there is need to come up with urgent measures to address the problem. PS Muthoni has cautioned Kenyans against stigmatization of people struggling with mental illness, but instead embrace them and help them in healing.
At this time, when many people are having challenges because of sometimes childhood abuse, poverty, long-term ailments. There are many causes really of mental health, and the Ministry of Health has taken this to a higher level to ensure that we address these issues through creation of awareness to the communities. So I am happy with the Catholic Church for, especially the Kerugoya Catholic Church, for taking this a notch higher and engaging the community leaders together with the national administration so that they can see that families do not continue getting torn apart. The increased cases of gender-based violence. You saw the other day there's a lot of femicide in the country, and some of it is due to, it's not just normal crime, really. It is actually mental health illness. Injection of mental health into our insurance covers consultation, therapy sessions, medications, and even rehabilitation where necessary for managing the mental health conditions. So by leveraging on SHIF, we will reach a critical number of our population to ensure that people get healed, and get healed when things are not too bad, when we have not gotten to the point of going suicidal.
Now, First Lady Mama Rachel Ruto today joined students at State House Primary School, Nairobi Primary School and St. George's Primary School to establish kitchen gardens for their respective schools. Mama Rachel Ruto is working with the 4K Clubs of Kenya under the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development to establish kitchen gardens in public primary schools across the country. Now, this partnership with the 4K Clubs of Kenya will enhance the school's nutritional capacity and also serve as a demonstration where children will learn the importance of growing their food. This is one of the flagship programs by the First Lady aimed at supporting sustainable school feeding through the production of food on school grounds.
Our want to congratulate farmers across this nation, because many times we look at farming as something that is not for everybody. But I want to encourage all of us here today and everyone listening to me that all of us can be farmers. Whether we live in rural areas where the farms are bigger, whether we live in urban settings, we can do farming. I want to congratulate farmers across this nation, because many times we look at farming as something that is not.
Now, still on matters education, it was pomp and color at Mount Kenya University's 26th graduation ceremony, as more than 7,000 graduates received the power to read and do all that appertains to their qualifications, as the ceremony was held at the Happy Valley Graduation Pavilion in Thika, Kiambu County on Friday, December 6th. Now, a total of 7,448 graduates graduated from the Commission for University Education accredited institution that received its charter in January of 2011. Of the 7,448 graduates, 12 were PhD students, 617 were master's degree students, 120 were postgraduate diploma students, while a few were bachelor degree students.
Recently acquired and installed Next Sequence 1000 Illumina sequencer at the Center for Malaria Elimination Laboratory. This is one of the latest sequencers in the market with a capacity of generating 160 GB of data per sequencing cycle. This will enhance the capacity of research output from the university and offer opportunity for collaboration with other institutions. Consequently, to ensure that no school or campus is left behind, the university has devolved research and community engagement forum to other campuses. Hence, a successful community research workshop was organized by the MKU Nakuru campus earlier in the year, while Mombasa campus hosted a workshop themed Research, Entrepreneurship and Innovation for a Resilient Blue Economy.
Mount Kenya University is at the forefront of global integration through internationalization of university education for fostering a workforce that can thrive in competitive global economy. The University Council, in particular, is supportive of program reviews by the university management in response to national and global labor demands.
Because research is very much part of a university. And what has always impressed me about this university is that it's in an ivory tower detached from society.
Congratulations to them. Siaya County will host the Luo Cultural Festival that is expected to bring together Luo-speaking communities in East Africa and beyond. According to the organizing committee chaired by the Kisumu Deputy Governor Matthew Owili, the event, dubbed the Spirit of the Luo Unity in Diversity, will begin on the 31st of December of this year before culminating with the official opening of a new Olympic standard stadium in Siaya town on the 2nd of January. Owili said that Luo-speaking communities in Uganda, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Sudan, Tanzania, and the Democratic Republic of Congo will participate in the festival. He called on the community members from Homa Bay, Migori, Kisumu, Siaya, and the diaspora to make time and visit Siaya to celebrate the cultural heritage of the community. A member of the organizing committee, Professor Adams Olo, said a symposium will be held at the old or GOT Ramogi and the dispersal point of the Kenyan Luos to share the community's rich heritage.
The theme this year, if you remember last year, Pinyi Luo was in Homa Bay and it coincided with the election and installation of Ker, in which Ker Odungiranda was elected and installed. And then the theme was reincarnation of the Luo. The theme this year, arising from that reincarnation of the Luo last year, is the spirit of the Luo, Luo unity in Luo unity in diversity.
The Luo-speaking people, as you all know, dispersed from Siaya. This is where our forefathers arrived when they came from, Uganda or Sudan, wherever it is that they came from. They came to Siaya first, a place called Gotramogi. And so Gotramogi will be one of those venues, including Migwena and Wichilum, where activities marking our cultural festival will be held.
Expecting a delegation from all the 4 counties of Migori, Homa Bay, Kisumu, and Siaya. And although this is about the Luo Nation, but we are doing it in the spirit of unity and diversity. So we are going to have delegations also from other communities and Kenyans in other counties.
Now, the World Resources Institute, in collaboration with the Restoration Capacity Building Partners in Kenya, Mount Kenya Hub, have onboarded 59 restoration enterprises from across the Great Rift Valley. The mission is aimed to support ecopreneurs as catalysts of positive change, offering practical solutions to global challenges such as deforestation, land degradation, and climate change. This gathering brought together over 100 stakeholders, including restoration champions, investors, policymakers, and leaders within Kenya's restoration sector. The event is also designed to support 30 exceptional ecopreneurs who have been at the forefront of driving nature-based solutions. The mission will also create awareness among government officials about the support needed to sustain and expand restoration activities.
Kutana na community kwa sababu ya ile training ametrain sisi na pia kwa sababu ya ufansi wa miti, kwa sababu najua nyuki haiwezi kukaa mahali hakuna miti na haiwezi kukaa mahali hakuna maji. Kwa hivyo tulikuwa tunafundisha wakulima au wafukaji wapande miti ndio hata hewa mzuri ikuje, kwa sababu tunapambana sasa na climate change. Climate change imeharibu sasa nchi na tunaona hata ng'ombe yetu inaanza kukufa kwa sababu ya kukosa mvua. Tunaona kukufa kwa sababu inaanza kukosa maji.
Event today is amazing. Very good networking platform, basically because it's exposing us to a market where people can come and see what we do. Apart from that, there's further networking opportunities for future business engagements, which is quite good for us as a business.
It marks the end of a 9 months journey for ecopreneurs who we have been incubating and accelerating, and they are here to tell their business stories, as well as be able to gather investors who can fund or even partner with them to scale out or even scale up their enterprises.
Now, let's move to Embu County, where a section of tea farmers have raised concerns over the Kenya Tea Development Agency directors, accusing them of using their positions to advance political interests in the 2027 election campaigns and political succession. Speaking in Runyenjes, the farmers expressed concerns that the tea sector that is doing well might collapse if the directors continue politicking at the expense of the business. In addition, they raised queries on a number of issues ranging from dividends and deductions meant for construction of a power station. All right, TV47 and Radio 47 are on the second day of a week-long roadshow in the larger western region ahead of the much-awaited Mzuqa Fest, today touring the county of Homa Bay. The show is set to be held at the Mamboleo Stadium in Kisumu on the 14th of this month.
chake.
Umeweka microphone kwa mfuko.
An advocate of the High Court, Augustine Nyandoro, has petitioned to the courts and President William Ruto to expedite the reconstitution of the electoral body stalled by a pending litigation. He observed that putting in place the IEBC will facilitate the delimitation of boundaries. The advocate's concern came amid similar sentiments expressed by others among the National Council of Churches and the Wiper Party leader, Mzuqa.
So I want to appeal to the courts and also the president of this country. Also, please help us also to form the IEBC. Bobas being the biggest constituency around, please help in the formation of IEBC. At least we get it divided for each service delivery. Because if you see whatever other constituencies that is allocated to them, it's the same allocation that comes to Bobas. Then too, once IEBC, because it's big, we need a fair allocation of finances such that people can see the development. Because you see, the same money that we are being given, the same money, for instance, Bonchari constituency is given. So you find out that Bobas being the biggest constituency, it needs more allocation, whereby we are not getting the same allocation like other constituencies. So it should be divided, at least people can get good services.
Elsewhere, women groups in pastoral communities, especially in West Pokot County, are now engaging in environmental conservation initiatives such as home-to-home agroforestry models to tackle negative effects of climate change affecting the Pokot community. This story was produced by Andrew Juma.
In pastoral communities, women have for a long time been regarded as the custodians of many homesteads, with their daily routine being to take good care of their children as men focus on looking for jobs. In West Pokot County, where pastoralism is still being practiced, things seem to be changing since families have started refraining from sedentary lifestyles due to climate change, as women take lead in enhancing sustainability within their homesteads.
Kaji hata mimi bado ni mdogo, lakini mimi najua maneno ya West Pokot. Kama tuseme baba yangu, aje niseme kama baba yangu. Baba anasema I am the dominated man. Mimi ndo boma. Wewe huwezi enda mahali, wewe ni kuchunga tu hapa. Hata kujua hata uko sokoni ya Chaparera, mama West Pokot haisi jua. Kazi yako tu ni boma, kuchunga boma. Hata ujui hata mahali pengine. Sasa venye tulianza hii project tukapata kuelimika na tukaona maneno mingi.
Our journey leads us to Senenden and Katilak villages, where a home-to-home agroforestry model has taken root of environmental conservation at Kapkanyar Forest, which is the source for Lake Victoria and River Nzoia. This model involves planting of tree seedlings in households, which helps in protecting water sources, catchment areas, and riverbanks, which had been destroyed by deforestation and effects of climate change.
So tukaona tutumie hiyo ujuzi ya kina mama ambayo community imewaweka ya kuwa hao ndio kufanya hizi kazi zote. So tukiwapatia nafasi hata ya kututa miche na kukuza hizo miche, pia wamezoea hiyo kazi ya kuwa hao ndio breadwinners ya nyumbani. Kina baba kazi yao ni kusikiza ya kuwa kuna amani katika nchi, na hao ni kupumzika tu. Kina mama ndio wanafanya kazi kubwa. So tukiinua kina mama kiuchumi, utapata kuwa nchi yetu itasonga mbele, kwa sababu tayari wanajitolea hata wakati ambapo hapana resources.
Wakati tulikuwa tunaanza hapa, wenye walikuwa nyumbani walikuwa wanasema, "Oh, mama wameenda kujipoteza tu kwa sababu wanatoka kwao wanaacha mashughuli yao." Lakini wakati waliona tumepanda miti, tumerefuka, tumefanya mambo mingi, wamekuja kutujoin. Hata ukipata saa hii tumekuwa na wamama 500 saa hii kwa hiyo kikundi yetu bado wapya. Na tuko na wamama saa hii 500 yenye walifurahia ile kazi tulifanya, na tulikuwa hapo mwaka 3 tulikuwa wamama 50.
A pilot project in the area has led to increased home and improved ecosystem services and improved food security. It also helps to conserve soil and water resources, mitigate the effects of climate change, and provide farmers with extra revenue streams and protect people living in lowland areas. Under the Perur Rays of Hope organization, the program has seen increased forest cover, sustained productivity, and climate resilience, not just in West Pokot County, but the entire region. The Agroforestry model is critical for the region's sustainable agriculture because it improves soil fertility, increases crop yields, and strengthens resilience to climate change.
So wamama tunawafunza umuhimu ya kutunza misitu. Waanze kwanza ku raise hizi seedlings kwa nurseries, waweze wakaipanda na wakatunza hizo miti ili tuweze tukabambana na climate change kwa sababu joto ya nchi inaendelea kupanda.
Farmers can diversify their income streams by incorporating trees into their agricultural methods, such as selling timber, fruits, and other tree products. Agroforestry also supports biodiversity and ecosystem services, which helps farming communities maintain long-term environmental sustainability and economic stability.
Tulianza hii project tukapata kuelimika na tukaona maneno mingi. Madam hata anatupelekanga au tunaenda hii hapo kwa hii Akapenguria, tunaenda tunaona vitu za watu, tunakuja kufanya hivyo hivyo. Ni kama tunapata elimu bora kabisa. Kwa hao wengine ni challenge tu kwa sababu bado wengine wamekubalia tu waende makasi kama hii, lakini most of them wako bado nyumbani.
Kenyan farmers are implementing novel agroforestry practices to meet rising challenges and optimize agricultural productivity while conserving natural resources.
Let's get sporty. Teso North District County Commissioner Solomon Kitai has urged a team of 24 athletes who are representing the region at the Great Chip site across country tomorrow to hold the flag of the sub-county high, noting that they stand a chance to secure a greater future should they succeed. Speaking during the flagging off of the team at his office, Kitai urged the athletes to uphold high status of discipline and professionalism. The sentiment which were echoed by the team coach, who said the team is more prepared to showcase their talent and potential tomorrow.
I'm really proud today to be one of those going to Chipsaita to present our sub-county. I personally, I have really prepared well.
Kwanza na mimi nakimbilia senior na ninatarajia kuwa ninaenda kushinda na ninaenda kuletea kaunti ya Busia mazuri, si mabaya.
We are truly honored by being flagged off today to go and participate in an event that is encompassing the whole country. It's a big privilege, especially to this region, and as we go, we are so sure that we are carrying the flag of the whole county, to be very exact.
The team goes away from this place. I just want to urge them to be disciplined and to make sure that as they are there, they handle themselves in a better way. I know the climate of that place is not different from this place, and they are going to participate well. And as we go knowing that we are going to win.
All right. The first ever Lamu Beach Rugby happened this week with 5 teams registered for the competition. The aim of this tournament was to promote sports tourism, nurture talents in Lamu County, counter violent extremism, and promote mental health among young men. Malindi Turtles Rugby Club, Safaricom Hook, Lamu Rugby Club, NYS Rugby Club, Witu Rugby Club are among the clubs which participated in the tournament, and Malindi Turtles emerged as the overall winner in the competition, followed by Safaricom Sevens and the Lamu Rugby Club.
What we do, this is an NGO that deals with neglected women in the society, most especially the ones in prison and also in the community. We also have various activities we do. We support also women who suffer from endometriosis, and we create awareness about endometriosis.
Nashukuru sana, asante sana Bwana Chairman. Tumefurahi sana kuwa host hapa Safari Swimmer. Karibuni tena na tena. Tunawapenda sana.
Internationally,